Hello, Melissa Kathryn.
Oh my God, that was crazy. Oh,
you know what?
Cool. Hi, honey.
Hi, how are you?
Cool. There we go.
I had to end the other live and start this one because it was just, I don't know what was going on. You know what's crazy is that Mercury's out of retrograde, but there's still so many things.
It's nuts.
It's
nuts. It's crazy.
it's nuts. That's nuts. I don't know.
It's just insane. Let me close the door. I'm just going to back it up here.
Back it up.
Back it up. Look at how cute these are.
You are so cute.
These are like the free people. I'm obsessed. They're like
I have a lot of free people
happiness leggings. Like I'm obsessed with them.
They're making me very happy.
They make me happy. They feel like butter on your body. So if anybody needs a little bit of happiness and a little bit of butter on your body, you would think I work for free people, but I don't. But they have great workout leggings.
Who doesn't want some butter on your body? I mean, really, is there ever a bad time for that?
Never. Ever. Oh my God.
Hello. How are you, gorgeous?
Oh my God. Okay. You are somewhere fabulous. Where are you right now?
I am right now in St. Thomas, and it is really fabulous.
Okay. I did not know you were heading to St. Thomas, did I?
I think I told you.
Okay. This is amazing.
So I'm here. Yeah, my travel plans got so not messed up because, you know, life just kind of like brings where you need to be. But it's like 80 degrees. So like purposely did not show the pool and like how fabulous it is. But that's why I have this like very makeup free.
I love you. Look stunning. You always look stunning. You don't need makeup.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. And I'm so like, how amazing is technology that I can be halfway around the world and we can still be doing this magical shit that we do.
I know. I love it.
So first of all, everyone that's in here, there's so many of you I see have already joined. Melissa was in, is it Us Weekly?
I was in Us Weekly.
Ah, that's amazing. Good for you. I'm so proud of you.
Okay. I was in Us Weekly. My book, Sip Yourself Slim, was in the Hollywood's must-have, which was really awesome. So thank you.
So every one of you, trust me, I use this book personally. It's amazing. Get it. It's on Amazon, right?
Yes. Okay. It's a little guy, and he's just filled with amazing different water, tonic, and elixirs for healing. I've got everything in there from like, you know, improving your mood to de-bloating to releasing weight to cutting cravings to hangover helpers to the names are like mommy sippy cup to they're like so
I
good.
love that.
And they're like great, like ones to help you sleep. Like it's everything and anything. Like ones to help you go to the bathroom, ones to help with PMS, ones to help with menopause. We've got all the things. Yeah.
Oh my God. So what? That's. I'm not surprised. It's such a good. Your methodology is so fluid and it's so effective. So I'm not surprised. I'm going to call it now. This is the start of like. You better, like, you're getting Melissa Kathryn for free right now. She's going to be expensive soon. Mm-hmm. You won't be able to reach her. I'll be like, Melissa, can we do cosmic tea? She'll be like, I don't know, girl. I'm in.
I'll be like,
Marbella? Okay.
I want to meet you in St. Thomas. I'm so jealous. No. I want to get on a plane and travel so bad. It's not.
You know what? Traveling was not that bad. So for all of you listening, I want to talk a little bit about this. About like the joy factor and we had shared is that of course following COVID, you know, appropriate guidelines, but I will tell you it's really easy to travel right now. And I know they're saying
so nice because no one's like on the plane.
No one's doing it. And so when you arrive in, you have to have a piece of paper and the Bureau of Tourism has to approve your negative COVID results. Then they meet you on the tarmac with a thermometer and with a like nurse in PPE. And I'm like, but they have like next to no cases. So it's like that. Yeah. It's so if you do the right things and you really plan, we can still have joy people. We can still live our lives. We can still do the things. So I just want to throw that out there because I know that I've spoken to a lot of people that have DM'd me recently talking about like just feeling really depressed because we're past the 1 year mark in COVID and like, you know, my life, and I can't do the things. You can do the things. You can do the things. Do them wisely, but you can do the things, and life really can still be okay for you. And it's about the modification. So what are we going to get into today?
Oh my God, there's so much. I always like to just like see what's going on. And yeah, like last week we taught overwhelm. And guys, we do normally, like sometimes we'll talk back and forth and be like, what do we want to talk about? And sometimes we just riff because we're really good with going back and forth. And there was so much between both of our DMs of questions that we get. So I love that what you were saying about COVID, but I also would love to take it a step further. And as I too traveled, and I have to tell you, my favorite airline to travel with is Delta during COVID because they actually honor what's going on, and American was horrific. But I think finding your happiness, like I think that there's so much around this is and has, I mean, we're a year in, and there's, you know, one of the things, so there's twofold that I thought would be how to like really cultivate that happiness and that joy no matter what's going on in your external world. And then also, you know, live one of like that I would love to talk to you about with your expertise is, as well as my own, is also like no one's really bringing to light the, you know, we are energetic beings and the actual energetic implications of when things start to ramp up and the expectancy. There's still this mental expectancy that we'll be able to go back to the way that we once maneuvered in the world and had just like endless tasks and to-dos and running from one thing to the next and this busyness. And now a year later, people have done there's either a different type of busy or more of an isolated, but I think it's going to be really interesting how we learn our way back in the world and among people, because I know like, and I would love to hear, like even getting on a plane, like when I have gone into larger places, there is literally a red robin that's like hitting into, like pecking and hitting into the glass. Wait, I want you guys to see this.
What does robin mean?
I don't know. I need to look this up because I saw him earlier and now he's like literally pecking his
right now, the robin is pecking the window as we're speaking.
Yeah.
So, okay, wait, for all of you listening.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, shoot, he just came back.
Oh, I can hear that. I can hear it.
Yeah. This is like crazy. Hi, guys. Do you want to literally be up my nose? I'm like, hi. Hi.
Such a great nose to look up.
Right. Oh, my God. So this is the thing, though. Like once, I don't know about you, but when I have put myself in those scenarios where I'm around a lot of people, I'm exhausted. Like I need like a time out. And I'm like, how did I used to do? This is crazy. This red robin. Okay, I'm going to stop and focus. How did I used to go from like one thing to the next of all of these different environments? Okay.
What does robin mean? So for any of you listening, like, I don't know if there's
somebody to look
symbology. Like this is for someone, this robin.
I would look it up and I almost like want to open my computer while we're here.
We'll post on it after.
Like legitimately pecking, showed up earlier on the lawn when I was on a call and then came and was just pecking and standing and then even came back after I did this and is pecking.
That's so great. That's so cool.
Isn't it? I know. I do. I really want to know what it is. Okay. So those are two things that I thought. I'm trying to stay focused, but I really want to know about the red robin. But what did you have? What's been on your heart?
You know what I've received a lot of DMs about is that so it's sort of like we've used when COVID is over or when things go back to normal as a integer that, you know, people typically use in their life, which is like, oh, I'll get married when, or I'll like have a child when, or I'll be happy when. And so I really want to talk about the danger of using integers as a measure of your joy experience, because truly, even if we're assessing something that could happen, I can hear that pecking. This is outrageous.
Wait.
I can hear the pecking. I'm like, I'm sorry, but there's a bird that's like actually trying to like speak.
Like, I know.
Because it's a really slippery slope, right? Because anything that brings you out of the present is bringing you out of alignment, is bringing you out of focus. I think it's really important and it's really prudent to plan for the future, but we have this, I think, fantastical view in our society about planning so much for the future. And I think that there's a way that we rob ourselves of the present. So I think that there's a way to plan for the future and still be very present and still very much appreciate and enjoy the things that we're doing on a daily basis. And so for me, one of the ways that I bring myself back to center is I really try to just focus. And it's crazy because I just saw this meme and I was like, oh, that's such a good reminder. Focus on the step in front of you, not the entire staircase. And I think our ego self wants to jump to the staircase and wants to be like, oh, I can overcome this, or I'll plan for this, or after COVID, or whatever. But if you do that, you will trip on the step that's in front of you. If you do that, you will miss the step and the enjoyment and the experience that's in front of you. So it's so important because you have no control over that. And the only control that you actually do have is to set your vibration for how you want to feel now. Meaning, for all of you listening, how do I feel about what I'm currently experiencing? Because what's around you and what's past certainly are just indicators of where you were at then. So you really don't need to keep retelling that story. You can change your alignment with it, and you can change the way that you feel about things that are happening in your life. We've talked about this a lot. You know, living in superlatives, like this is the most comfortable bed I've ever slept in. This is the most, you know, delicious margarita I've ever drank, like whatever. That's how you really shift that joy vibration. And when you do that, you won't care about the rest of the staircase because you know that the rest of the staircase will come and you'll cross those steps when you come to it. But you get so in love with the present. You get so sort of like hyper focused in on just living and just squeezing the juice out of it. It's a really, it's really sort of like addictive in the best way. I mean, would you agree with that?
Yeah, well, I love what you were talking about because there's so much. Oh my God, I love you, girl. I would love to know from other people too, how many things are you putting off by going, oh, well, when COVID's over? Because I have found, and I will say this about myself, that it gives you this excuse too.
Yes.
And so if anybody's already prone to kind of hiding or isolating, this experience has accelerated that. And not only that, it's bringing out like the hermit in you, right?
Yeah.
Giving you a reason like, oh, well, I can't do things. Well, I can't be social. I can't blah, 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 blah. And also, if there are things that you're wanting to do, what are you putting off now saying, and where COVID is that excuse for you? So I really do want to just point that out because I even noticed with myself with things, I was like, oh, well, I mean, it is COVID. And then I'm like, wait, no, I actually could be a yes to that. So like, let me get really, really clear on what's become like a default response versus like what's actually here for me. Because here's the other thing. The universe, we're always being given opportunities. We're always being given answers to our prayers. We're always being guided. And so a lot of those opportunities aren't happening just sitting in your house necessarily, right? Like it's synchronicities, meeting people, being out, these different ways in which now a lot can happen now due to social media. And it's been beautiful to see source work through that as well. But I do just want to say and really highlight that and to just have that kind of sitting there, you know, and just noticing, am I putting anything off? Am I allowing COVID to be an excuse for me? Am I allowing it to be something that's enabling behaviors that I actually don't want to have. The other thing that was so beautiful, and it's something I speak to too, and it's really powerful, is guys, use exaggerated language. Just like Liv was saying, use exaggerated language. I don't care if your cup of coffee tastes like dirt and water. Literally sit there and be like, this is the best cup. Like,
Oh, it's
this
so
is
good.
amazing. This is epic. Like, exaggerate everything. The way in which to actually change our internal chemistry happens through our words. Our words evoke an emotion, and then our response and our internal chemistry can shift. So if you're in a bad mood, or if you got to a hotel and you're like, this always happens to me, I can't believe this place is awful, instead just be like, oh my God, this palace, like, right? I'm not saying to not try to upgrade or like ask for your needs to be met, but I am saying just everything you do. If you're wanting a new car, and every time you go out and your car is like, and just not in good shape, and you're like, this piece of shit, like, I don't want to, like, not helping the situation. Instead, just be like, I'm so grateful for this car. Imagine yourself just be like, my car is like a luxury. This is incredible. I love it. I love driving around it. I'm so proud of myself. Like, exaggerate everything. If you're noticing, just notice your language. If you're noticing things around, I always, I've had so many people saying to me recently, like, oh, you got LASIK? Like, did your eyesight declined, right? I'm like, no, my eyesight actually is better than ever. And they're like, but you recently got it done. I'm like, nope, I got it done when I was 28. Like, I'm like, and my eyes just keep getting better and better. And I'm not buying into this whole story. I say this just because that's a prime example of me being like, no, my response is, I have perfect eyesight and my eyesight just keeps improving. Like, right? So it's exaggerate. So the takeaways are, look at where you're making excuses around COVID, or letting things slide by, or turning or creating behaviors that actually aren't what you're wanting for yourself. And they've become things that are turning unhealthy and hurtful versus helpful. And then the other is really, really exaggerate your language. Like, I am magnificent. I am beautiful. I am a genius. Like, really, really knowing the power of your words and how your body hears everything. Our bodies are comprised of water. Our water is energy. It picks up on your vibration, and that in turn shifts and transforms your cells on that cellular level. So everything that you're saying and thinking is being felt and experienced through your body, and can create for you or against you.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that so much. And that's really a huge scope of my work, is getting people to understand that, our bodies are eavesdropping on our thoughts, and so we can have an observation of our bodies, but really our bodies are a manifestation of something else that's going on, deeply internal. Yeah. And I love what you said about, COVID. I won't call it an excuse, because of course it's a global pandemic, and I'm not trying to downplay that.
Yeah, I apologize. I was not meaning to.
No, and I don't think that you did. I just want to be very clear for those of you, listening. We're not downplaying that, but there will always be something. Okay, there will always be something, if you allow there to be something. And so there's never been a better day to begin living your life and to begin feeling joyful and like on fire and on it than today. So even though it may seem like I need to mentally prepare, you may never get ready. And so in that preparation, a lot can get lost. We can talk ourselves out of a lot of things. So if you're looking to start that business, if you're looking to start that exercise program, if you're looking to change your diet, start meditation, whatever the thing may be that you want to do, there's never been a better day than today. And we've never done this before. You've never done this day before. So if you could give yourself any gift today, it would be to release old patterns. And a lot of those old patterns probably look like, this is the way that it's always done, so this is what I'll do. This is what I observe. Be really careful about observation, because comparison's the thief of joy, of course. Really kind of put your blinders on, stay in your lane, and just, it's not even necessarily about working hard. That's an aspect of it. But if you're passionate and aligned with what you're doing, it really doesn't feel like work. So be aligned and be on fire with what you're doing. And if you don't feel that soul, that like soul material connection where you're like, I'm doing this, but I really don't love it. First, my suggestion would be to change how you think about, because it really doesn't matter, you know, necessarily what we think about things. It's about how we feel about what we think about things, right? Because you were talking about your body. So our bodies absorb that information. That's sort of like our regurgitation. So if you can't change what you're doing, and you can't change your thoughts about it. Maybe too much has happened at your job or in the relationship or whatever, and you feel really stuck. Change how you feel about what you think. Can you find positive attributes? Can you find, this is a challenge for all of you, can you find joy elsewhere in your day? Because if you can do that, if you can distract yourself with joy, I promise you that whatever this like shitty little situation that's going on over here will improve. It will improve.
Absolutely.
Because you've taken your attention away from trying to wrestle it to the ground, hit it over the head with a mallet, figure it out, blah, 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 blah. And it was Einstein that said that you cannot solve a problem on the same thought level
Never.
in which it was created. You've got to get abstract. You've got to get radical. You've got to get a bit crazy about it. So take your attention away from it. If you can't change it, and truly, there are some things we can't change. Can't change it. Okay. Can't change how you think about it. I get that too. Change how you feel. And you do have control over this. Change how you emotionally respond to your thoughts. Are they going to own you, or are they going to be an observation? Are they going to be like a restaurant suggestion, or are they going to be like someone's holding a gun to my head, forcing this food down my throat? It's really that simple. So try putting a positive spin. And if that still doesn't work, then I would suggest, and I would actually suggest this for anyone, get really focused on the distractions and the other sort of ancillary things going on in your life that are really going well. This year will improve.
Yeah, take your energy off of it. I was talking with a client about this morning, and you know, I was like, where you place your focus, your energy goes and grows. So there's that tendency, especially when people are experiencing depression or just not feeling good, or something's really weighing on them heavily, to monitor how they feel the minute that they wake up and compare it to the day before. Am I feeling better than I did yesterday? Am I in a different physical state? Like, what's going on? And we really want to be cautious of not bringing yesterday into today. Give yourself the gift of that clean slate. Write the intention the night before. I wake up tomorrow and I feel so light and so free and so good in my body. You know, it's a great day. It was one of the best days of my life. Like, be very intentional. There's power in your pen. Put it down in a journal. Write it out the night before. Allow that to take hold in your mind and support you while you're sleeping. When you wake up in the morning, you know, that's what you get to do. And really noticing if you're bringing in a lot of yesterday, because we're either bringing yesterday into today, which robs us of our present, and doing that also impacts our future, right? So we really want to give ourselves that gift of that clean slate and allowing yourself to have that. And then, like we shared earlier, using these powerful, exaggerated words, and get out of bed and just be like, today is epic. Oh my God, I look incredible in everything I put on. You know, like, I'm this and I'm that, and just state into existence everything you want, but then take it up like 20 notches, and there you're at that space, and then try to tell me that you don't feel good. But the other thing with like the negative is, so many that I find, especially if they're in that self-development world, are like, where does this come from? Let me sit with it. Let me dissect it. Let me understand it. I'm not saying not to do that. However, I do caution against it in the sense of, if you want to change that feeling, sometimes going there, it's not about ignoring it. I'm not saying to do that at all or to bypass it. What I will say is fixating on it, talking to 10,000 people about it, asking for their opinions on it, and repeating how bad you feel is only going to have you feel bad. So instead, what you want to do is actually, like we shared earlier, you know, speak into existence something different to get yourself in a different physical state, or actually move and just do something completely different. Like, take a nap, turn on a funny movie, go do a completely different project, and take your attention off of it, and it will always get better.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, and as I'm, you're sort of doing the same thing, building programs, and it's sort of like the beauty of that is that I get to reteach myself all of these things, because you and I, we talk personally, and we fall into the same, Melissa and I just had a conversation the other day where I was like really sideways about something in my personal life, and she just said, oh, okay, so essentially you had an unconscious expectation, and then this happened and you responded, and I was like, yeah, that's what happened. So we're not remiss from this stuff, guys. Like, we're sharing this because we've come out on the other side of it, and we'll go back into it. And then guess what? We'll come out on the other side of it, and then we'll go back into it again. And that's kind of life, is that like contrast is a really good thing. And
contrast shows you what you do
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here for you guys. And we have cultivated and created this forum for your topics of conversation. Everything that we discuss comes from what you have communicated that you want to know about and want to talk about. So keep doing that. Keep flooding our DMs. Keep sharing away.
We love it.
That helps us be better for you, and it helps keep us at the top of our game.
Yeah, and guys, like we said, every Wednesday we are here for Cosmic Tea with Dr. Olivia, Audrey, and myself. Please follow us, DM us any questions that you have, anything that you need. We both have incredible resources here to support you. We're on all the social medias. And I've even picked up TikTok. Who knew?
I just started, is it called TikToking? It's like,
yeah.
Is that the act of doing a TikTok? Is TikTok?
I did a TikTok. I had a TikTok go viral, and I was like, what's happening?
I saw that. So initially I'm like, am I TikToking? Am I TikToking? And then if it goes up, like initially I'm like, viral, that's bad. Because in my brain I'm like, viral's bad. But no, it's actually, viral is a good thing in this case.
No. In this case, it's good. I have no idea, but I am over there too, Melissa Kathryn. And so is Olivia Audrey. But no, we're here, and we're here every Wednesday. Tell your friends, tell your peeps. Meet us here 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Any other time zones, we do not know. But we are here.
We can't do that math.
Here in support. Yeah. And we talk all things life.
Yeah. Melissa, you are a ray of sunshine in my life every single week. This is literally this is our therapy
It's
session
sad,
as well.
but this is like, we text all the time, but this is like how we see each other, which we need to change. We're going to change it.
We're going to change it. So no more excuses. We are holding ourselves to this as well. So
and we were talking about we're going to do a retreat so we can hang out.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that, because how fun would that be to get to hang out with us? Like, come on. Right?
Yes. I'm like, we're throwing out exactly where, and and we're very excited.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I know, we're delightful. So that's all that we really...
I think we're really fun.
I think so.
Apparently we crack me up, so that works.
Yeah. I mean, there might be two people at the retreat, you and I, but that's fine.
It's all perfect. I'm like, great. I'm like, it's all okay.
So I want to talk just briefly, guys. I want to really drive home about changing the mental verbiage around how you feel about things, and then as Melissa said, please DM us, find us on social, because we can talk next week about mantras and how to write your own mantras, and really sort of drive that home. So
we should do mantras and power statements and reprogramming the mind.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing else I want to do, actually.
I mean, that's the only thing I want to do, girl.
Pretty much.
Oh my God, I love it.
I love you all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I won't say that I'm hating St. Thomas, because I'm really actually loving it. So I'm not going to act like, oh, poor.
Yeah, no, I don't feel bad for you.
No, don't feel bad for me. Do not.
I don't feel bad. Yeah, no.
Do not cry for me, Argentina, because I'm fine. But I'm sending you so much love and light, and I love every single one of you. Melissa, I adore you. As you know, we'll keep texting and helping each other solve our life. And
guys,
we'll just keep going.
Miss Globetrotter 11, thank you. I'm so glad this resonated and was helpful for all of you guys. And like I said, and we love the hearts. And thank you. If you guys have any questions or topics that you would like, please DM us. We are here, and we're here in full support.
Yes, thank you. I love you all so much. Stay safe, be well, and take care of each other. Until next week, Melissa, Kathryn, as always, a pleasure.
I love you.
I love you. Bye.
Oh my God.